Hey, it's your realtor Juanita, and I am here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex and wanted to talk about something that I put on my socials the other day. So I asked the question, hey, what's keeping you from buying right now? And to no surprise, the main thing that I got was interest rates. People are like, those interest rates are scaring me away. They're too high. And trust me, I completely understand. About this time last year and for the past couple of years, my clients that did buy, they were closing out easily at ridiculously low interest rates, well under 4% in most cases. But as you guys remember, we were going through a global pandemic, and that was the only reason why those rates were that low. So if you're standing on the sidelines waiting on rates to get back to 2-3% again, unless we have some catastrophic global pandemic again, that ship for us has sailed. They will not get back down that low. Will they come down? Yeah, they will. Will they be 2 and 3% again? I highly doubt it unless you do some very creative financing, short-term mortgages or something like that. But here is what I want you guys to understand. And I want to show you guys. Along with those super low interest rates here in DFW, this is what we were also going through. So I pulled some closed listings just from February to like the end of June of last year, just in Dallas. I just picked an arbitrary price range, 400 to 500,000. Let me show you guys what the buyers were also having to go through along with those super great interest rates. So let me get my drawing tool up. So in this column right here is the list price. This is what the seller was asking. Here is the sold price. And then here is when they sold. You'll see the dates. And here, it's cut off just a little bit, but here's the days on market, which is just as important, okay? So let's look through a couple of these. We can start at line number 1. List price, asking price, 400,000. It's sold for 420,000. That's $20,000 above the asking. And it sold in 2 days. Let's keep going. 415, sold for 420. Again, sold in 4 days. Let's keep going. 399,000 was the asking. It sold for 420,000. Sold in guess what? 1 day. Let's keep going. Let's look at this one. Asking 390,000. It sold for 425,000. That's what, $35,000 above the asking price. Oh, look at this one. They were asking 350,000. They sold for 425,000. That is $75,000 above the asking price. And again, pay attention over here. They were selling very quickly. That house sold in 6 days. This one, 0 days on the market. They were asking 420, sold at 430. These are real numbers, guys. The interest rate is not to be feared. We can deal with the interest rate with all kind of sound mortgage and interest rate strategy. What you need to be scared of is if those rates dip down below, I would say even if they go back below 6%, this is what people were doing. Now keep in mind, when you go above asking price, our seller's market was so aggressive here. The contracts were all one-sided. Sellers were not giving any concessions. So if this one that was 75,000, that means on top of their down payment, on top of their closing costs, they bought hardcore cash to the closing table to get closed out, guys. That is what was scary to me, and that should be way more scary to you than the interest rate, because again, we can battle the interest rate a lot easier than we can numbers in a market scenario like this. So this is why I say, and a lot of industry professionals are saying, don't be scared of the interest rate. Let's find the right payment that you can afford and have sound strategy. And let's get you in a home, because if you're sitting on the sidelines waiting, guess what everybody else is doing? And once those interest rates again drop, and they will come back down, then demand will spike right back up. So just keep that in mind. Don't let it scare you. talk to the professionals, get some sound guidance, get into the house while you can, and while we can negotiate. And the days on market, when I was out shopping with buyers, it was like we have to look at the house, and before we even left the house, I seriously had to say, do you want to make an offer on this? And I need to know right away, because we got to get the offer in probably by tonight or the next day. So there's no time to come back for second viewings and all of that. No, there's no time for any of that. So along with pricing pressure, you had buying pressure, where I'm having to pressure you. And I had to tell people, if you don't have at minimum $10,000 or more to put on top of whatever price range you're in, you might as well just sit on the sidelines and wait. That is when I was telling people to wait it out, not in today's environment when we just have a slightly higher interest rate than the pandemic rates. And the key word there is we were in a pandemic, guys. So those rates are not going to be back anytime soon. So again, get with the professionals. If you need to consult about it, I'm in DFW. Just hit the button, set up a time with me. Let's talk about it. And don't be scared, okay? Don't be scared of those interest rates. Be scared of this, all right? Talk to you guys later.